Ladies and gentlemen, what do we have here? Another rematch from yesterday. Jangbi versus Flash, round 2 on Jade. Oh man, I hope Jangbi can put on can give us a better performance than yesterday. I mean, you know, it's not even about like the fact that he lost yesterday, but the fact that the game was just bad. I mean, he basically Flash went for a 14cc, Jangbi scouted it and then proxied a robo right outside the natural, and Flash just immediately scouted it. So yeah, and then Jangbi like tried to do some fancy Reaver harass and ended up just not doing it well at all. So that was not ideal, but this is going to be a very crucial game for Jangbi to win. Khan is now down 1-2 against KT, so if Flash takes this, they'll be up 3-1 and just need one more game to take the series. And of course, since Khan lost yesterday's series, if KT wins today, that'll mean they will be going on to the finals to play against SKT. That will be yet another Telecom versus Telecom finals. I know a lot of people are bored of those. A lot of people, I think, are rooting for Khan just so we have a bit of variety here in the finals. But honestly, with the way things are looking, I can't see Khan winning this match. I mean, even if somehow they get lucky today and take out KT, KT is definitely looking like the stronger team here. And I mean, honestly, even though I'm a Khan fan, for the grand finals, I do want to see like the highest level of StarCraft possible. So that's looking like KT so far. I don't wanna betray my Khan roots, but I mean, unless they can show us something magical today, I really think KT deserve to go on a lot more. Anyway, looks like no, we're not gonna ally anybody. Okay, so Jangbi will be the brown Protoss in the top right. That would make Flash turn in the bottom left. Can't really tell what color he's in, but we're gonna have a cross map PVT here on Jade. And there is God Young Ho himself. People calling me a traitor already in the chat. I'm not a traitor, guys. Or rather, my loyalty is to Brood War first and to Khan second. I want an epic finals. I don't want Khan to get smashed by SKT. So anyway, yay for weird KT cheerfuls. Yay for upside down signs. Why? Wait. Why do so many people hold that thing upside down? Guys, because it's dudes. Anyway, SCV going out. It's probably going to be barracks at the top of the ramp for Flash. Yep, I think he is. Oh, I got a shout out again! Yes! Yes, who is that? Oh, they didn't even show us his face or her face or whatever, but oh my god. So sick. Okay, now I have to cheer for Khan. Jangbi, you have to win this game. I'm on a sign, man. You have to show us a good game like this. You have to make this a legendary game so that I can be in it in the VOD. Oh, so sick. It's Acrylic Joker. Acrylic Joker is taking credit for this. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Oh, I think he held up the last sign too. We keep getting a shot of this lady with her sign. She's not even holding. She's holding her cheerful up upside down. What? She wrote a cheerful, but she's holding it upside down. Did you guys see that? Like, I don't even read Korean, but I'm like 100% sure that was upside down because the heart was upside down. Come on, like seriously? See, at least see Acrylic. See, my fans, all right. When people write shoutouts with my name, they hold it right side up. See, Acrylic knows. He's not gonna hold that sign upside down. Anyways, Flash doing his patented scout close position and then scout cross map scouting style, so he's actually going to scout Jangbi as late as possible. And Jangbi is actually not scouted yet. I'm actually not sure what he's doing. What is Jangbi doing? Okay, he's got range. Is he just gonna one gate expand? It's blind. Possible. It's not necessarily bad. But I think that is gonna put him behind of the one racks expand, at least economy wise. So, oh, Flash's SCV is actually sneaking around the north side there. If you look at the mini-map, he didn't go directly to Jangbi's base. He kind of went to the third first. I think he might be trying to dodge any Dragoon that might be blocking the SCV. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that's about. For a second I thought he might try to proxy something, but it doesn't really make any sense considering he's gone for a one racks expand. And yep, SCV gets in scot-free, although the Dragoon had already left, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, probe gonna go out now, so yeah, almost certainly a one racks a one gate expand from Jangbi. Looks like second Dragoon comes out and chases the SCV away. I think he's gonna see the expansion though. Yep. So Flash knows what's going on. Jangbi still doesn't know what's going on because he's scouting with his Dragoons only. His first Dragoon's about to get over to the Flash's base here. Flash, I think, has a few Marines on the high ground ready to ambush that guy. In fact, I'm just guessing this by what I see on the minimap, but I mean, looks like the Observer's too obsessed with his scouting SCV. And yep, looks like the Marines kind of took a few shots and then ran back into their bunker. Two factories going up in the main base, very standard stuff. And it looks like Dragoon range is finished, so that guy's going to start poking the bunker, but this is definitely not an ideal situation for Jangbi. Honestly, I'm actually a little bit surprised that he didn't scout earlier, considering that Flash 14 CC'd him yesterday. Maybe did he just like assume that Flash would not do it again, like try and metagame or something? I don't really know. Anyway, looks like he's going to take a very fast third base here in response, basically going one gate double expand, but Flash has already snuck out a second SCV. I actually don't even note it. I don't know when he actually did that, but a very nice anticipation by Flash, and he's actually going to block the Nexus here. That's got to be annoying. Oh man, Flash knows exactly what's going on here with his God sense. Wow, just completely reading Jangbi like a book. Looks like Jangbi's just going to go ahead with it anyway. I mean, it's not like Flash can really do that much to punish this or anything. I mean, you know, his factory's only just going up now. Jangbi does have a few Dragoons poke in the front, so even though, well, I mean, I'd say it's actually a fairly standard response, and it's not even like it's particularly risky against what Flash is doing. I mean, Flash, I guess, could do some kind of fancy Vulture drop at this point, maybe to try and punish the low Dragoon count, but I honestly don't think he'll do anything like that. Yeah, it is just, you know, the standard two factories in the base. Looks like Siege Mode now finished, so those Dragoons are going to have to back off. Looks like he's got an Academy as well. That's going to be for Comsats. And he's just going to scan around to see what tech Jangbi's going. Now, a pretty standard follow-up for the Protoss in this situation is to go for Reavers, but you know, after having seen Jangbi's Reaver control in yesterday's match, I really hope he doesn't do that. And it looks like indeed he has only just gone for Observers, getting 2 more gateways now as well. The reason you go for Reavers, of course, is you know, you want to put some pressure. You know, you've gone for the double expand. You don't have a very big ground army, so what you want to do is, you know, put a lot of pressure on the Terran and force him to be very defensive, and to defend your Reaver harass. And obviously, then you can also use the Reavers to just kind of camp outside their natural and slow down the initial attack when it comes. Although Jangbi did fail at that quite horribly yesterday. But anyway, Flash has just gone for a relatively quick third as well. Looks like both players kind of playing chicken here with their expansions. You know, how many expansions are you going to get before you actually add on some proper infrastructure? Seeing a Citadel going up for Jangbi. And I don't think he's actually aware of that third base yet, but he does have an Observer going out on the map, I believe. So he will be able to check that out. Flash has actually built a bunker at the top of his wide ramp. I think that's probably a good idea. We have seen a few interesting games on this map where the Terran goes for a fast third and kind of camps on the top of that wide ramp between the natural and the third, and feels pretty safe considering, you know, it's high ground, and if the Protoss attacks there, it'll be going, you know, attacking up a ramp. But there have been some very successful, you know, timing attacks from Protoss. So I think it's a good idea to be a little bit careful, you know, make a bunker or two. get a good position. And whoa, looks like Jangbi actually just going in here from the south side. He's going to snipe one of these siege tanks. A nice SCV block from Flash, but now the Dragoons can just back out of range of the other tanks, but it looks like no 2 more tanks coming in here. Jangbi's got to be careful not to suicide these Dragoons. He really needs to keep these goons alive. His goon count is already so low, and it looks like he will keep them alive. He lost, I think, 3 goons there or something for 1 siege tank. Not the best attack. Probably scared Flash a little bit, but Flash doing a very nice defense there, and we'll stay alive. Looks like we do have fast Arbiter tech from Jangbi. We did see the Stargate just now. Wasn't sure if he was perhaps thinking of carriers. I mean, Jade is not particularly a carrier map. We did see Bisu use carriers on this map once against Firebat Hero, which did actually turn out to be successful. But I really feel like, especially in cross positions, like in that case they were close positions, so it worked out a little bit better. But in cross positions, I don't think you should go carriers on Jade. There's just not enough terrain around to really abuse. So going for this fast Arbiter style is perhaps a good idea. I mean, Jangbi seems to be cutting a lot, like taking some serious risks here. He's getting a 4th base and he's taking up to Arbiters. Like, his ground army is so ridiculously small right now. I mean, to be fair, you know, you can't say, oh, he put on some pressure on Flash. You can see Flash is taking a fast 3rd, so he's not necessarily at that much risk of Flash doing some kind of huge attack at this point in the game, but still, this feels a little bit flimsy. I don't know. And there's the Arbiter tech. See if Flash scans this. Getting a forge as well there in his main base. Interesting not using that building to wall anywhere, just putting it in his main. And I mean, we can see, you know, Flash doesn't have that big of a ground army himself. Looks like getting Arbiter, getting a second armory, getting a science facility there. Look at how he actually split up his armories. Whoa, hello! What is this? Is this going to be like a mid-game DT drop or something? It must be a DT drop. Flash actually shot his own engineering bay on accident. Or is this like a fake? Is this a scout? What on earth is this? What the heck? So the shuttle does a tour of the Terran base and actually manages to get out completely fine. I don't think he even took any hull damage. Wow. What a baller there. Just showing Flash who's boss. Anyway, the point I wanted to make earlier was Flash has actually split up his 2 armories so that if there is a recall in his main, it is possible that, you know, even if he'll lose 1 armory, he can save the other one and save the second upgrade. I mean, a lot of Terran players will just stick both their armories next to each other just because that seems convenient. But then if you get recalled on there, you can lose both your upgrades, and that's really, really bad. Anyway, banned. So looks like first Arbiter is on the way. And a very nice gateway placement from Jangbi. It looks like Jangbi has actually been hitting up Harangi for some building placement lessons. And Jangbi actually taking a 5th base! He's only just gone up to 7 gateways, but now he's adding a 5th base. This seems very, very risky to me because Flash, he's got his 3 bases up already, and on this map, taking your 4th is actually not that easy. So, you know, generally we've always seen Terrans stay on their 3 base and do a huge attack. And I mean, we did already see Flash out on a bunch of factories. I think he must be on 6 or 7 factories at least. At this point, we saw a bunch just now. I actually didn't get a proper count. So I don't. I mean, okay. Basically, if Flash doesn't attack in the next, like, you know, 4 minutes, let's say, I'm just like making up numbers here, but let's say he doesn't attack in the next 4 or 5 minutes, Jangbi will have a very nice position. But if he does attack in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be a little bit nervous for Jangbi, just a little bit. Anyway, it looks like Observer is chasing down this dropship here. It looks like Flash is actually aware of that Observer as well. Meanwhile, a bunch of vultures running up here to the top left. Flash finally doing basically like the first harassment we've seen all game long. Pretty much the only aggression we've seen so far is Jangbi, you know, poking the bunker earlier on, and then running up to the 3rd with his Dragoons and sniping a tank. But that's it. Like, I think the unit's loss count so far this game is still in the single digits. So very, very passive game. Meanwhile, ooh, look at this. Flash actually tries to be very cute here. Distract Jangbi's Dragoons on the left side there and move in with his Vultures here in the middle, but it looks like it's going to work anyway. The second group of Vultures does move in here. There is 1 Photon Cannon there to defend. Looks like 2 Photon Cannons to defend. Meanwhile, Flash is going to start putting Spider Mines up at the natural. Looks like the 2 Photon Cannons aren't even enough. There's just so many Vultures there that Flash actually going to kill a lot of these probes. Look, wow, those Vultures actually tanking hits really nicely there. It looks like 2 cannons at the main base there are going to stop those Vultures now. But I think that was definitely a small win for Flash. Vultures are fairly expendable. Well, actually, I'm not so sure. I mean, you need to get a decent number of probes, but Probably, maybe traded 1-for-1, vultures for probes, maybe not quite. I think it's okay. Anyway, looks like Flash gonna do another drop here. You know, honestly, I think if Flash wastes too much time trying to be fancy with harassment, and just, he's actually just gonna fall behind because, you know, even if he does do a little bit of damage with these, Jangbi's still on 5 bases. Like, he's adding on he's on 5 bases. He's getting a decent number of gateways. You know, he's got his Arbiter Tech. Looks like, whoa, Flash being very obnoxious here, just dropping 1 siege tank, forcing a lift, forcing the probes to run away from this 3rd base. But whoa, looks like gonna run right through the Protoss army there with these vultures. And I mean, Jangbi is getting very, very close to max here. As soon as he's maxed or almost maxed, he can start just spending all of his minerals on gateways. And you know, once he gets enough gateways up, it's going to be very, very difficult for Flash to do anything. I mean, as good as Flash's push mechanics are, the real problem is the production here. And oh, barely misses the dropship BM dropship. Although, is he going to be able to catch it? Oh man, that is so annoying. I don't think he can actually drop anywhere though. Anyway, Jangbi just making another Nexus here. Jangbi is actually trying to go for like the world record of most expansions in, you know, a 15-minute game or something. I don't even understand. It's like building a couple of defensive cannons here. Adding on gateways to the top left. Still doesn't have that many, going up to 5 now. And here we go. Flash decides to move out. Both players are essentially maxed here. And is this the correct timing? I don't know. Flash actually waited unusually long to move out. Usually he moves out before this at like 170, 180 supply, but this time he is exactly maxed. Looks like a stasis on one of the science vessels. Only catches 4 vultures as well, and Flash actually had, I mean, most of the Protoss army was out of position, so Flash actually managed to move out quite far here without Jangbi being able to engage him. I mean, Jangbi really wants to engage in this open middle platform here. I mean, he does not want to get pushed back to this natural choke, I guess. He really wanted to get a nice arc in the middle of the map, but it looks like Flash was moving towards the natural. Jangbi had most of his forces at the top left, and it looks like Flash is just going to go for the natural here, just going to leave some spider mines and well-placed siege tanks here to delay the rest of the Protoss army, but no, it looks like he's going to move back here and siege up again, and Jangbi, I think this is all fine for Jangbi, even if he bleeds a couple of units here and there, he is buying time to get all his gateways up. Look at how many gateways he's building. Like, this is exactly what he needs right now, doing the gateway explosion. And Flash is actually, I gotta say, Flash is not doing the best job that he can with his push. I think it's actually just poor positioning from him, and actually Jangbi just gonna move in here, dropping his zealots on top of the siege tanks. He doesn't have that many zealots behind though, so it looks like, even though he had a decent position, it's not enough, but it looks like a few zealots actually were they recalled onto these tanks? I don't even know. So there was an arbiter there. I imagine they actually might have been recalled onto these siege tanks. Either way, he's gonna kill a decent number of these tanks. Barely doesn't get that last tank. I think he's gonna shoot it with the arbiter and kill it. Now, is this enough for Jangbi? Jangbi actually down to 110 supply, Flash still up at 160, so Jangbi has the gateway count, but it doesn't matter. Flash, actually, I thought he wasn't engaging there perfectly, but somehow he comes out way ahead in the supply. That's surprising how far ahead he is in the supply. I can't believe it. I thought Jangbi did a decent job there, but now he's, you know, Flash is sieged up at his natural. Now, Jangbi, oh my god, he doesn't want to waste these Dragoons. Don't waste these Dragoons. What are you doing? Oh man, Jangbi wasting like an extra 6 or 7 Dragoons there for no reason. But, I mean, okay, so he's got, this is actually a similar situation to what we saw in Stats versus Reality yesterday. You know, Flash has position at the natural, but Jangbi does have the top left bases. He does have the gateways up there. He's got some arbiters here to do some of their fancy shenanigans. Now, the question is, does Flash, you know, do similar decision making to what Reality did yesterday? Basically, what Reality did was he moved up here towards the Protoss main base. He killed the natural, he killed the third, and then he left just a couple of tanks, and then moved his forces over to the top left to kill those expansions. Is Flash going to commit to killing the Protoss main here, or is he going to do the same thing and just switch targets as soon as these expansions are dead? It might be interesting to see if he decides to do something different and thus get a win rather than a loss like what Reality did in that game. Looks like an arbiter and a probe actually going to finish off the siege tank, keeping the Nexus alive, but all the probes obviously have been evacuated. And it looks like Flash has actually decided to continue attacking here at the top right. I mean, look at this. Jangbi actually has so many gateways, but he's got no bank, he's got no money, he's double expanding. Jangbi, why are you double expanding? Jangbi has literally no money in the bank. He cannot afford to produce units out of all these gateways, and he's building 2 Nexuses. I do not understand why he is doing this. Jangbi, why are you building 2 Nexuses when you have 100 minerals in the bank? You've got frigging 50 gateways with nothing producing in them. What is going on here? Jangbi, what are you thinking? I don't understand. What is he thinking? Why does he need another Nexus now? Why do you need a Nexus? Why? Explain. This, why? Why? Why, Jangbi, why? Why? He has gateways at the bottom right. He has gateways all over the map. I mean, he's broken the record of number of gateways and nexuses on a single map, but now he's going to lose the game for no reason. Oh my god. The last units in the main base getting crushed here. And it looks like a nice little recall here on top of these units. A lot of them are Zealots. Is it going to matter? I think, actually, there weren't that many Vultures here. Flash bringing up some emergency Vultures. Jangbi actually manages to clean up all of the siege tanks. Barely. No. Nice last-minute defense matrix from Flash. Saves two of the siege tanks there. Jangbi not too happy about that. He would have really liked to have cleaned up those last two tanks. But Jangbi, now down 60 supplies still, has decided that the best course of action when you are dying is to expand more and to make cannons. Jangbi. I don't understand. This defies comprehension. He had way too many gateways and not enough money banked. It's so funny because, oh man, it's like, usually what happens in a situation like that is like, you know, the gateway explosion is good, but it's because, you know, if the Terran waits too long, you end up banking a lot of money, so you can just mass produce. Whoa, it looks like a nice DT harass here at Flash's expansion. The Flash actually moved out at the perfect time where, even though the gateways actually got up, Jangbi just didn't have enough money to actually produce out of all of them, so it didn't even matter. He just dead weight. Look at it! Look at how many gateways he has! He has 1 billion gateways, but it doesn't matter. Oh man. Now, those two DTs, I'm actually curious. Have they actually killed all the SCVs now? Because Flash was apparently not paying attention. Looks like Jangbi just gonna try and hide here in his in that main base, and one Vulture chilling here, making sure that that doesn't continue mining. And yes, looks like the DTs have actually denied this expansion here. Can we please click the DTs so I can see how many kills they have? This is actually going to kill some siege tanks here as well. Flash, uncharacteristically not paying attention. And even though there's a scan there, those two DTs I think can actually kill them. And that command center is actually burning as well. That actually might burn down if Flash really doesn't pay attention. No, it looks like he does realize. Or does he? He's building a turret there. Okay, no, he does realize. He's going to repair that. And Jangbi's lost this expansion. I mean, Jangbi's completely dead here. You know, he had a chance just now, maybe. Well, I don't know. I mean, he had a bunch of gateways at the top left. I thought he might have a chance if he could do some nice counterattacking or flanking or whatnot, but I really don't think he has a chance. Looks like he's going to do another recall of these Zealots onto the army. Doesn't really matter. Looks like he's losing all the stuff here at the bottom right. Looks like he's going to recall onto Flash's expansion here. Going to try and play some kind of, you know, scrappy, you know, low economy late game here where neither player has any expansions. But when Flash has an army that's almost twice as big as yours, I think he'll be completely fine with that. You know, expansions are overrated. Anyway, oh, might get a good mine bomb here? Not quite. And Flash actually doing some nice micro here, manages to take down these units, and a few more reinforcements come in. I think that's going to be the last hope of Jangbi. Flash going to make it 3-1 for KT here. And now we are waiting for the GG. Looks like Jangbi is going to do a final attack with these Zealots. No recall this time, just running them through spider mines. That's definitely less successful than a recall. Wow, he took a ton of damage from those mines as well. So, yeah, Jangbi, you are dead. Feel free to leave the game at any time. Jangbi? No? Alright, maybe he wants to go down a single-digit supply. Maybe he also wants to break another record, like break Fantasy's GG timing record or something. I don't know how you would define that record either. Like, longest time in single-digit supply before leaving the game, maybe? Or something like that? I don't know. And there's the GG from Jangbi. Flash taking it down. God Young Ho in good form. And I think Khan's dead now. They are down 1-3 against Flash, or not against Flash, against KT. And Hoja is still left to be played. So I think Hoja's gonna come out next and win his game, and and that's gonna be that. Actually, I don't know what the next map is, so maybe not. Depends on the map, I guess. Either way, a sad day for Con fans everywhere.